Fishin' Affliction. Hello.
It's time to wet a line. It's Fishin' Affliction time. For those who got it bad.
Well, mom and dad's grab the kids, it's time for the fishing show. Me and the big dog's gonna go catch 'em down at the fishing hole. Well, you better stick around, 'cause you don't know what you're missing. Yeah, me and the big dog's got that fishing affliction. Grab your hats, grab your baits, don't forget your poles. We're gonna fire up that old Ranger boat and head to the fishing hole. We're gonna try to catch a biggin', yeah, that's what we're wishing. 'Cause me and the big dog's got that fishing affliction. Yeah, me and the big dog's got that fishing affliction. Yeah. Yeah, and we've got it bad.
I've got that fishing affliction.
Hey, I'm Art Depot, and I've got that fishing affliction.
Hi, I'm Denny Brower, and I've got that fishing affliction.
Hey, I'm Mark Menendez, and I've got that fishing affliction.
I'm Bobby Lane, and I got that fishing affliction. Hi, I'm Chris Lane, and I got that fishing affliction.
I'm Shaw Grigsby, and I got that fishing affliction.
Just like me. Here, fishy, fishy, here, fishy, fishy, here, fishy, fishy.
It's just good, solid, large man. Look at that.
My gosh. Are you kidding me?
Well, folks, it's time to wet a line because it's Fishin' Affliction time, and welcome into today's episode as we continue with our summer series featuring the legendary Kentucky Lake with part 4 of Big Grass, Big Bass. And folks, we've caught a whole bunch of fish and had a bunch of fun, and at the end of the show, you're going to see a big Frabill net full of those big Kentucky Lake largemouths. For all you bow hunters out there, it's time to get some sense about deer sense, and that's what we're going to be talking about today on our For Hunters Only segment. Today's Fishin' Affliction product spotlight features the baits made by Strike King. And if you can't get enough Fishin' Affliction TV, then be sure to subscribe to us there at our YouTube channels, and at the end of the show, you'll meet the Fishin' Affliction Facebook Friend of the Week. So sit back and enjoy as we continue with our summer series featuring the legendary Kentucky Lake, as the big dog and myself are fishing the big grass for those big bass, part 4, right here on Fishin' Affliction TV.
Don't you ever talk to me about poaching again. You poached that one so bad it wasn't fun.
Well, folks, at the end of last week's episode, things were starting to heat up between the big dog and I, as we are in a serious but fun competition to see who's going to have the best stringer of bass at the end of the day.
This is what we call poaching. If you get a blow up on a rat or something and the fish are in the mat and they hit the other guy, if it nose right in there on your fish, that's called poaching.
You know what this is?
There is the...
You know what that is right there?
There's the king poacher, right?
See that W? That's whatever.
That's like your... that's like your poaching headdress is what that is.
Wow.
All right, cull your fish. I'm going to make a fish.
Well, folks, as you can see, I had a pretty good touch going catching those bass out of that thick hydrilla grass, throwing that Strike King Rage Tail buzzbait combination. And as the wind started to blow a little bit harder, I knew I needed to catch as many as I could, because at any moment I figured the big dog was going to start catching them, and catching them with frequency. And that's exactly what started to happen. Now I'm going to turn the sound down on this clip because the wind is blowing so hard and that's all you can hear. But whether you can hear it or not, you can sure see that the big dog is starting to catch some good old Kentucky Lake largemouths. And he's starting to get a little bit happy. Happy enough to even dance at the end of this clip.
Oh my goodness gracious.
I got 30 more minutes.
That's right.
30.
Get him, big dog.
Hang. Turn around here. All right. I skied, that's a ski bass right there. I skied him in.
Pretty.
Ooh, he's awful long. He might go 15 inches. Might go 15 inches. Might go 15 inches. Ooh. Uh-oh. Looky there. Looky there. That's 15 inches. Get out of my way. I'm putting it.
Oh my gosh, folks. Oh my gosh.
Hey, look at my side now. Look at my side.
Ooh. Congratulations.
Look at my side now.
I like it. I like it. Starting to even out the boat a little bit. We got a little rain over there, big dog. Just a little bit. Maybe this bite will turn on a little bit.
You know what else? You know what else?
What's that?
I have a rain suit for rent if you'd like one.
I brought mine.
Dang it.
But I'll sell you a bass, a big one.
Oh, I don't want to buy no bass. I want
Whatever.
you ain't caught any big ones.
Oh, here we go, folks. Here we go. Anyway.
Sit. Got one of my legs. Dang it. Dang it. Dang it. That fish was a giant. Can I get to my frog, please?
Jeez. What happened? What happened?
He ripped the legs off of it. That fish was 6 or 7 pounds. We got this front moving on top of us, and these fish are getting aggressive as heck. And I'm about out of that color, I think.
I got some right here. You want some?
Yeah, if you got some, I want some.
Yeah, they're right here. All right. I'm going to help you out. You should notice how I'm not casting on your fish, so you don't get all.
I get up and throw. I don't
want to
care.
get up and throw.
I want somebody to catch that one.
You will catch it here in a second.
You don't have
Right.
it.
Hold this.
You don't
Never
have
mind. I'll get it.
You don't have that color.
I do. Well, folks, just like I figured, the big dog is starting to catch those good quality largemouths as we're fishing in the big grass, looking for those big bass there on Kentucky Lake. And in a moment, folks, we'll be right back with some more exciting fishing action. But right now, let's go see some pictures from this week's Wild. Well, folks, sharing the traditions of hunting with your family is exactly what Billy Anderson is doing with his grandson Carson, as Grandpa is showing grandson how to safely use a gun for dove hunting. Now, as Carson's dad Jamie takes over to show Carson how to aim and shoot, Granddad looks on with approval and gets ready for the dove hunt with a bunch of friends and 3 generations of Andersons. Granddad Billy, son Jamie, and grandson Carson, along with their family dog, ready for the opening day of dove season. Folks, you can email your pics or load them up to our Facebook page, and maybe you'll see them right here
in the wild. Your pictures in the wild.
At Strike King, it starts with the concept. Next, it's all about perfecting the prototype. Finally, it's about catching a dream.
This is a new prototype crankbait we're working on, Strike King. It's called a 10XD.
Strike King 10XD.
Wow! A 5-bass limit!
Perfection to 25 feet and beyond. Catch your dream.
Smyrna Ready Mix is an established company that handles business daily with integrity and professionalism. Whether you're a general contractor, professional builder, or a do-it-yourself homeowner, SRM has your concrete solutions. With several convenient locations in the Middle Tennessee area to serve you, the only call you need to make is to SRM, ready to serve you with integrity and professionalism.
Fishin' Affliction's Facebook trail for those who've got it bad. Brought to you by Smyrna Ready Mix.
Well, folks, Facebook. Most everybody's on it and everybody's heard of it. And if you haven't liked Fishin' Affliction's Facebook page, then we urge you to do so you can be a part of the ever-growing community of Fishin' Affliction fans and participate in our weekly contest, upload your pictures, and even post your tournament trail results there at our Facebook page. Designed to keep you interactive and informed, it's the perfect way to communicate daily for those who've got it bad. Our thanks to Smyrna Ready Mix for sponsoring this segment of the show, and now back to Fishin' Affliction TV.
Sit. Got one of my legs. Dang it. Dang it. Dang Dang it, that fish was a giant. Can I get to my frog, please?
Jeez. What happened? What happened?
He ripped the legs off of it. That fish was 6 or 7 pounds. We got this front moving on top of us, and these fish are getting aggressive as heck. I'm about out of that color, I think.
I got some right here. You want some?
Yeah, if you got some, I want some.
Yeah, they're right here. All right. I'm going to help you out. So notice how I'm not casting on your fish, so you don't get all.
I get up and throw. I don't
want
care.
to get up and throw.
I want somebody to catch that one.
You will catch them here in a second.
You don't have that.
Hold this.
You don't
Never
have
mind. I'll get it.
You don't have that.
I do. I got it right.
Well, folks, the wind is blowing hard, and the big dog and I, we're in a heated battle to see who's going to have the best stringer at the end of the day. And let's take a look at this wind on Kentucky Lake that day. This beautiful white heron was having a hard time making any headway, but after a few more flaps, he was finally able to get airborne, and then he was blown into this direction, which was where he probably wanted to go anyway. And as the big dog was casting into the wind, I was waiting for the opportune moment to jump up front there and make a few casts to see if I could poach on some of his fish.
How did I get back here?
I don't know.
Poach my fish.
That's a 15-incher. That's another one.
That ain't no fish.
Heck,
Oh my
it wasn't
goodness.
if your last one was, but I won't tell you what that other 15-incher is.
Quit.
He's right here. Keep it rolling. Oh, he missed it. Oh my goodness gracious.
Hey, this thing ain't recording.
Get it.
It's a big black screen.
Black screen and it's an adapter. But watch. Make sure it goes all the way out. Make sure you're all the way out with it.
I'm not sitting back here while you catch my dang fish.
No, I'm not catching your fish. I'm just up here trying to help you catch them. Still got them?
Not very big, but
No, but he will count. Fish counting party.
oh, you don't even want to start that.
What's up? What do you mean?
Just count bites.
Well, if we did, then how about misses? Roll it. How fun, huh?
I don't think I'll measure 15 inches.
No.
Little bass. Look, somebody's coming. Well, you got some sharp teeth, buddy.
Weather's starting to change. Wind is coming in a little bit. Overcast. A little bit of rain.
Yep. Now we just gotta hang a good one again.
Maybe this time from the back of the boat.
Well, I'd be glad for you to catch a 7-8 pounder. Stay about here for the next 3 weeks.
3 weeks. Ha. Get him, big dog. Good fish?
He's a solid fish.
Yeah, he is.
Hey, you know what?
Number 5, my friend. But you know what? The tournament was over 2 hours ago.
Oh, little insignificant details. I'm putting this in my side.
3 hours too late, but hey.
That's okay. I got a way to weigh them.
I think you got a pretty good sack going right there. We're still at it. Day is getting long in the tooth.
Good thing is we're pulling on brand new areas everywhere. And we'll fish for an hour, hour and 15 minutes, hour and 20 minutes and not get a bite, and then all of a sudden one will load up. So
we've had the lake to ourselves today too, for the most part.
yeah, there really hadn't been a lot of boats out, and we've had a lot of cloud cover, which is what you want doing this. Anyway,
we'll get you another one, big dog.
I'm trying to get my little froggy rig back.
Another one, big dog. All right. Good fish? Ooh.
That's a little bit better.
That's a nice fish, big dog.
I'm gonna cut with this one.
Yes, you are.
You are going to.
I'm gonna go with this one. I gotta throw one of them little baby bassets back. You know, I like these all-day tournaments you wanted to have. It's over at 6, right? Ooh,
hey, that's a neat.
lot of good fishes down there.
That's a neat thing to see, isn't it?
Oh no. Who's a little one? Everybody raised cows.
Well, folks, the big dog is starting to catch those good Kentucky Lake largemouths, and he's filling up his live well just like mine is. And in a moment, we'll be back with some more fishing action and a Frabill net full of fish that you're not going to believe. Well, right now, let's head upstairs to the kitchen to see what Miss Vicky Porter's got cooking this week.
In the Skillet with Chef Vicky Porter is brought to you by Cleep.com, turning your precious memories into video treasures.
Welcome to In the Skillet. I'm Vicky Porter. Today we're going to cook an old classic with a new twist and some healthy substitutions. It's my apple dumplings. And now for the ingredients. You will need Granny Smith apples, crescent rolls, butter, cinnamon, Mountain Dew, vanilla, and white and brown Splenda. After cutting your apple into 8 wedges, roll each slice in a piece of crescent roll dough and press the edges together to seal it. Then put it into your greased baking dish. Next, melt your butter and then stir in your sugars, your cinnamon, and your vanilla. Now pour this delicious sauce over your apple dumplings. Now it's time to add the twist by pouring in your Mountain Dew. Now we're gonna bake this at 350 for about 35 to 45 minutes. After baking, it's time to sit down and enjoy this classic with a twist. You can find this recipe at intheskillet.com and be sure and click on the YouTube icon to see this video as well as all of my other In the Skillets. I'm Vicky Porter. Tune in next week to see what's cooking in the skillet.
As fishermen, we're predators, and fish are the prey. In nature, the best fishermen have one thing in common: their eyes. How do you turn your eyes into the eye of a predator? It takes 11 layers of lens technology and a new lens color to make the human eye emulate the eye of a predator. Stop buying glasses for the classes. Make yourself an alpha predator.
Some of you parents might be thinking you're going to get in trouble pretty soon because you didn't get your youngster into a hunter education course in time for the hunting seasons that are right now upon us. Now, there are still a few courses being offered and you might be able to pull it out. Go to tnwildlife.org and look for those courses. But there might also be an alternative for you if you waited too late this year, at least for one time. That's called the apprentice license. The apprentice license information is on page 9 of the Tennessee Hunting and Trapping Guide, and you can learn about it. It allows you to buy a license one time without your youngster having to take hunter education. That doesn't mean you let her or him go out and not hang out with them. You got to be with them. But the apprentice license lets a youngster go out and hunt 1 year without having to take the hunter education course. Of course, we want you to do all the teaching out there when you're with them that year and then get them in a course next year. It does not replace other licenses. It does not replace other permits. It simply gives you sort of a mulligan this year. If you didn't get your kids into hunter education, you'll have to get it in next year. It's only good for 1 year and one time only. It's called the apprentice license, page 9 in the hunting guide. Get your youngsters in the hunter education course. Take it with them if you want to. It's free, it's interesting, and you'll be glad you took it, and you'll definitely be glad that your kids took it. I'll see you next week right here on Fishin' Affliction.
On today's Fishin' Affliction product spotlight, I want to talk to you about the #1 lure company in the world, Striking. And folks, they just keep doing it, making the best lures and plastics that you can put on the end of your Seaguar line and fish with. From the 5XD, 6XD, 3XD, and folks, the 10XD. Fishing it down to 25 feet now. Incredible. And folks, Strike King has the #1 pro staff in all the world of professional bass fishing, led by the #1 angler, Mr. Kevin Van Dam, who helps design these exact lures that you will get from Strike King. Check them out at StrikeKing.com and get you a bunch of those Strike King lures at your favorite bait shop. And now back to Fishin' Affliction TV.
Welcome back to Fishin' Affliction TV, and this segment of the show is brought to you by Ranger Boats, still building legends one at a time. Mercury Outboards, #1 on the water. Akuma, high-performance fishing gear. The ever-powerful and long-lasting Deca batteries. Seagar, always the best. Mustad hooks, stays sharper longer. Onyx life jackets and rain gear, keeping you there. Frabill, trusted gear since 1938. Real Magic, the name says it all. Rugged electronic mounts provided by Ram Mounts. Wigwam Socks, the performance sock company. bbgmarine.com and Tournament Wear. Look great, feel great, do great.
For hunters only. Brought to you by Fishin' Affliction. For those who've got it bad, both on the water and in the woods.
An exciting time of the year is getting closer and closer. Bow season in Tennessee, folks. I'm an avid bow hunter, and I'll be in the woods from late September all the way through rifle season, which in Tennessee ends in January. And every hunt that I'll experience, it'll be with a bow in my hand. And folks, as a bow hunter who does not hunt over food plots, I'm very reliant upon getting very close to the game that I'm after. And one of the ways that I've learned to do it is deer scent attractants. Not just scent control so the deer don't smell you, but smells and scents that deer are attracted to. And there's none better to use than the ones that they use to sniff out each other. And let me share with you one of my favorites. I did a Google search to find my favorite deer lure to use, and I came across a name, Mr. Paul Pollock, who has a website, deerlures.com. And folks, what an incredible website to get what you need for deer season and all the deer scents that you need. First of all, Mr. Pollock has been a trapper for over 40 years, and anybody who knows anything about trapping knows that a trapper is incredibly reliant on the scents that they use to attract animals. Now, the scent that I wanted was an interdigital gland scent, and that is the gland between a deer's hooves. Bucks have it, does have it, and each one is unique to that animal. Not only did Mr. Pollock have it in quantity, he had a great price on it, and in buying this, he also sent me a buck tarsal gland to try, and folks, I cannot wait to share with you the results. I've already been using this stuff since the first week of August. I've got a game camera set over the places that I've already made and just literally making a mock scrape. It's just a social area that deer will come and they'll walk by and they'll smell, and Mr. Pollock's got this stuff figured out, folks. He's got every gland that a deer has. He's got the scent from the preorbital things around the face to the tarsal glands, anal glands, interdigital glands, and obviously the doe and heat smells. Everything that you can imagine that a doe or a buck has, Mr. Pollock will have it in a scent form. And as a bow hunter, this is what I rely upon to get close to the game that I'm after. Not only controlling my scent, but attracting deer with the scent that they're used to, another deer. Folks, when you get a chance, check out deerlures.com. Give Mr. Pollock a call. I've had the pleasure of speaking to him once. He's extremely helpful, obviously extremely knowledgeable, and he can help guide you in using more than just the typical scent that you know to use when you're in the woods hunting deer. An incredible product, an incredible price also, and I'm extremely happy and I can't wait to share the results with you. This has got me fired up to get into the woods, and I've still got a little while before the season starts. But every time that I'm in there, I'm going to be making sure that I have my scent to use so I can attract the deer that I'm after. Go get you some of this, deerlures.com. Check it out. Give Mr. Pollock a call. I know he'll be glad to hear from you and help you. And tell him Fishin' Affliction sent you. Another one, big dog. All right. Good fish? Ooh.
That's a little bit better.
That's a nice fish, big dog.
I'm gonna cut with this one.
Yes, you are. You are going to.
I'm gonna cut with this one. I gotta throw one of the little baby basses back. You know, I like these all-day tournaments you want to have, but it's over at 6, right?
Hey, that's a neat.
A lot of good fishes down there.
That's a neat thing to see, isn't it?
Hold on. Who's a little one? Everybody raised cattle. Boy, they love me though. Hold on a second, hold on. I think you're a little boy. Okay. Now I'm going back to work.
I have 5 too, Dan, by the way.
Well, after culling the wrong fish and making a few more casts, it was finally time to hold up that Frabill net full of Big O Kentucky Lake largemouths. Folks, a mess. Big Dog, a mess.
All right. We got a little competition today, so we caught a double limit. And it took us a minute to get them out of the live well, but we put them all in the net just to show them to you. Here's the double limit we caught today in Kentucky Lake. And it's just good, solid, large mouth. Look at that, look at that.
My gosh, are you kidding me?
That's a good bunch of fish on Kentucky Lake. They're all alive, they're all kicking.
All right.
All right, here we go.
And folks, just when you thought we were done catching those big bass in the big grass.
Ooh, that's a good fish there, Dan. Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one to end the day on right there.
It's always that moment.
Dan, that was almost as big as the ones I caught today. That's a good one there. We've had a fun day, boy.
Man, he ate the rage toad.
And you hadn't even said anything about it. I put you in the front of the boat. Here.
You know what's wrong? You're so wishing that you had not.
No, I don't care. I'm glad to see you catch a good one. Hey.
What a great way to end the day. Look at that back there, huh?
Gorgeous, man. Gorgeous.
All right, Big Dog. Well, folks, what an unbelievable ending to an unbelievably great day of fishing. And as this beautiful day comes to an end, I'm reminded that each day is such a beautiful blessing, and how fortunate that each and every one of us are to enjoy the freedoms that we have in this country and the endless opportunities that we have to make change for the better and to impact each other in a positive way, which is one of our main goals in bringing to you our weekly effort called Fishin' Affliction TV. And all of us here at Fishin' Affliction TV want to thank all of you who join us each and every week for what we call Fishin' Affliction TV, because your time is the most valuable gift you can give to us, and we sincerely appreciate it. And folks, as we're getting closer to the end of our summer series of featuring the legendary Kentucky Lake, we're going to reach back for another fan favorite series featuring Slammin' Sam Lashley
and the Assassination of 2012.
This week's Team Fishin' Affliction featured Facebook friend is
Tanya Miller.
And thanks for being our Facebook friend. For your chance to join in the fun and become an official Team Fishin' Affliction featured Facebook friend, simply like us on Facebook. And be sure to write a comment on our wall. As always, a big thank you to all of our national and local sponsors for providing us with the most advanced technology and highest quality products and services. Be sure to visit each of our partners online through the sponsor links page on our official website at fishingaffliction.com. And this is your old pal Matthew Gillen, the voice of Fishin' Affliction TV, hoping that you'll tune in next week, because there's no doubt that Dan and the Big Dog got it bad. They've got Fishin' Affliction for those who got it bad.
We recommend Wigwam. And why? Well, they're... See, you thought I could never get tongue-tied?
I'm not saying a word.
The cameraman is laughing. The cameraman, Mr. Robert Allen, is laughing.
I'm not saying a word.